All right, Brother Dave, we are back. Go ahead, fella.
What is something? Hold on here. What is the most unnecessary thing you own, and you know it's unnecessary, and you ain't got no business with it, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, but you just couldn't bring yourself to part with? You got anything like that? Is that just me?
Tanya Tahoe.
Well, that's a spare vehicle. Turned out real handy this week
Yeah.
for you. I wouldn't say that's unnecessary at all.
Yeah, well, so Tanya Tahoe would probably be up there, but I guess the other one would be my John boat. Because the John boat, and then another thing would be, so my John boat, a canoe, and 4 kayaks that I own that literally have done nothing but harbor wasps for like the last 4 years, I guess, maybe.
I was gonna say 4 or 5 years ago. I think we met you out there.
Yeah, and because
part of Patoka.
because of the busyness of our schedules, the creeks that our canoes are going down currently, they're just not conducive for like aquatic recreation, which is a shame. It's a shame because I love spending time out there on the water. But like, yeah, I think that's it. The most unnecessary thing that I own currently would probably be
Watercraft.
yeah, like personal watercraft right now. That would be pretty something. And another thing would probably be that sweet, all-American, badass 22 caliber revolver that Dave and I purchased over the winter.
Yeah, it's
Like those things are pretty unnecessary. But you know, it's like I'm not getting rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
It just keeps you fresh.
I
I could help you. If you needed it.
what I got.
Well, like all 1,455 golf clubs that you got stuck in your garage corner, which I'm extremely fortunate.
I was gonna say both of you at this table have benefited.
Yeah,
from
no.
my
I have, like I do, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Like
Yeah.
the golf bag that I received, the set of irons that Dave's currently playing, like. Because of Lindemann's Golf Shop, like you have benefited me and Dave tremendously.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to run through the stuff.
You're pretty simplistic. Like you don't have a bunch of garb up on the hill.
Listen though, if I could, and my wife would let me control the purse strings, we'd have a side by side, we'd have a camper, and we'd have a boat.
Yeah.
We have none of those things.
Right.
So really, when it comes to like big ticket items, we don't have a lot of the unnecessary. But I will say probably one of the biggest things that Janelle gives me flack about was when we were going to Babies R Us for Zoe. So this is 7+ years ago. We were walking through and they had a like a wipe warmer. And I put it in the cart. And Janelle goes, "What the hell are you doing that for? We don't need that." I said, "Hey, when it's 2 a.m.
You don't want your ass wiped with a cold wipe.
When it's 2 a.m. and that baby's screaming and I got to go in there and change said baby and I throw a cold wipe on their tuchus, they're not going to like it. So we're going to use the diaper warmer. Like we're going to get it." And she's like, "Okay, we're not going to use it." That son of a bitch has been used for every single one and the new edition.
Our kids,
And it's-
our poor kids, they're they're
Yeah.
savages. That none of them got no wipe warmer.
The silver spoon up there on the hill. But but honestly, that's probably it. And like I mean, I guess we use the TV out in the living room, but Janelle and I have a TV in our room. And because our house is not like a huge monstrosity, we watch TV a lot in our room because it's quieter and that's where we go to unwind.
Me too.
So even like when it comes to that stuff, like really don't have a ton of unnecessary stuff.
I feel like mine's my 66 inches of subwoofer in this room. Actually, to count the other ones,
No
it's like
way.
76.
Totally
Nobody
needed.
needs
Totally
that.
needed. No,
But
you're
I would
wrong.
never get rid of it.
You're wrong.
Yeah,
It's
you're
done
wrong.
nothing but bring me trouble from my wife.
You're wrong.
Well,
she
that-
enjoys it too.
Well, no.
Don't take no flack. Her,
She would enjoy
your
just as much
wife
if it was
and
a
her
10-inch.
cohort sitting out here have benefited from that more than you'll know.
But that's the karaoke. You could do that on a little party speaker.
Nah.
But you know what I know? I guess I would say this. The beer fridge out in the garage. Do I really need it?
Yeah.
No. But is it nice to have? Yes.
I got a beer fridge in here. I got a beer fridge on the back porch.
Yeah. Those are necessities.
Yeah.
Well,
But for entertainment.
Yeah. Or mowing. You don't want to have to ever go too far to grab a cold one.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
gotta keep it-
Well,
Because you can't, we've talked about this before. Cup holders on a mower are completely pointless.
if you ain't got a beer. Oh, I don't use it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cup holders on lawnmowers are pointless
yeah.
because 9 times out of 10, they won't, any sort of water vessel
Falls out.
falls out. They're not deep enough. They're not conducive. Like they are made for a 12 fluid ounce can.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to drink a Coke or a soda or anything carbonated, it's going to be flat the first swath you make.
And then just covered in dust if you leave it in there.
Exactly. And a beer, stupid, foamed over, flat, dumb.
Yeah, I just put that 12-pack cooler and a bungee cord it down to the
Yeah,
top.
we've talked about this. So like mower beers is stupid. So like a beer fridge in multiple different locales on your property within your mowing map is a
That being
total.
said, I should probably put one down on that power pole in the backyard. just
Now, some would say, are like your hot tub, my pool, your pool. Unnecessary.
yeah, but I'm just saying
Unnecessary.
There's truth.
that you, but you just would hate to ever have to part with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That baby.
I'm going
that,
to tell you
I
right
called
now.
it a
After
baby. I
building
was
that
literally
one-
going to church it up, but my pool is more of a babysitter than anything I've ever had.
I've owned 2 pools and constructed 4 because both of them blew down during construction or broke. And
Right.
never
Yeah.
even done.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd have it again.
I would, because of the pool experiences that me and my wife have had have been effortless and seamless. Like constructing the original spot was a little painstaking and labor intensive, but once I got that spot made,
Mm-hmm.
like we literally have put up, we've bought our second pool this year and constructed it, and it was, I mean, it went together like a dream. Like we didn't fight. We got together great. We worked together as a team. We put it together. We filled it, did it the right way. We adjusted the location of the pump this year to where it's not such a traffic inhibitor, to the pool from the patio area. And is that pool unnecessary? Yeah, because literally 70 yards from that pool is a 2-acre lake
Yeah.
that is 100% conducive for swimming and or floating or fishing. Like it's right there.
Well, I would say, my younger brother would probably say anything that I own hunting related.
Yeah, it's
Unnecessary.
for sure. Yep, I'll
Well,
agree.
because
I'll agree.
Firearms are good as
Well, not that side. He's saying
No, it's
like,
more of the ground blinds, the camouflage, the
because I
seats,
haven't
the-
shot anything, and I'm.
But we
supposed
will.
to.
But we will.
This year's the year.
This is gonna, and I will
Are we going
make.
to do a group hunt this year?
We
finally?
can. We will.
Let's just
And
go
I
sit
have.
somewhere with some coffees.
I have the
on.
property to do it. Casey has the property to do it.
There's a little bucket. in
I
the backyard.
have the
I'd have 20.
accommodations to do it. Like I have a gargantuous hunting lodge that we could set up either on your spot or my spot or anywhere we want. We'll logistically plan it to where
Well,
we can
because I
get,
told Wyatt this year, the reason I haven't hunted in the past couple years.
because of freezer space.
Yeah, but I've got freezer space covered.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you going to use your bow?" I was like, "Well, I don't know, I might." I said, "Now that I can shoot something," because he loves it, and I don't mind it. I like it, but I don't like love it. That
I
kid's
like-
all about it.
I like the harvesting aspect of it more so as like I used to really enjoy like the mental disconnect of going and sitting in a tree.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
But now I really need to get the warden like licensed and legal to where like with our property.
Does she need to be licensed
Yes.
as a property owner?
Yes, because of her birth date
Oh,
and all that. And we're not actually
the property owner.
our names are not on the deed yet, so it's like so she still needs to acquire the proper credentials to obtain a license. Like you, did you have to get your hunter safety?
Yeah, we took it in school.
Right.
How did you not take it?
She didn't go to school here at that time.
Oh.
She didn't go to school here at that time. So she needs to obtain that to where she could become a legal and licensed hunter. And we can divide and conquer because my son, who really loves the idea of pulling the trigger on the animal, but doesn't want to spend as much time acquiring the opportunity to pull the trigger, can go with her. And then like my daughter, his twin sister, is all in. Like she beats me up in the mornings because she is ripping and raring to go.
She's high energy.
Yeah, and she's ready to go. So hopefully at this point we will be able to, harvest the animal, and then I will be able to hone in all of my focuses on getting you, my buddy,
Well,
your first
my
harvest.
buddy.
Yeah,
Good buddy.
We're gonna get that figured out. But yeah, I mean, you know what though, Dave, in the eyes of the beholder, if you don't want to get rid of it, is it really unnecessary?
Dang.
Good one.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.